I listened to his Drink Champs thing. He was talking about like motherfuckers really like a hip hop. Like he studies that shit.
All right.
Back in the day, he like really studied.
All
that
the greats
shit.
do.
So he was like, so when I went to school and bust my raps, it was on some New York shit. Like I was a fan of Biggie. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was my dude, so I was able to do my shit. But as soon as I went to the studio, it was Woody and Choppers and all this and that. Like he had to throw on that New Orleans style, but he did that so well, and he did the other style so well. He was just like, dude, it's just like I had to just switch the way that Baby liked it because that was his shit. But in reality, I listened to a lot of more shit.
Well, Juvie, he said he gives Juvie credit too because Juvie was the one that told him like, yo, you don't need to rap like us, bro. Like, do that. Like, do what you do, because that's better than what we like. You know what I'm saying? Like, Juvie told him that. It's like, you gonna be better than us if you keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Juvie was smart enough to see like this only goes so far. Like that's gonna go everywhere.
Juvie was kind of wrong though, because them boys went.
Nah, yeah,
but
but yeah, nobody went as far as Wayne.
Yeah. That's why I was like, when we was talking about last weekend. We was talking about like them boys getting together and doing a Hot Boys album again. I was like, it makes no sense for Wayne to do it. The only reason that Wayne would do it is to boost them boys up.
Yeah,
because Wayne
should do it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying the only reason that he would do it would be to boost them boys up because he's not gonna he's gonna make some money off it for sure because people want to see the Hot Boys again.
Right.
But dude, he's fucking.
He's Wayne.
Status,
He's
dude.
Wayne.
Like,
Well, it was like you said too. It's like why would the only problem with him doing that is like if they do a Hot Boys reunion, like Lil Wayne had like the smallest part in the Hot Boys. You know what I'm saying? As far as on records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like they be doing these shows and Wayne's got like one verse out of 5 songs.
And we would all go crazy.
Yeah,
One verse, like,
well, that's why I pulled up that album. Like that last album we was listening to. Like that song is what made me fall in love with Lil Wayne. Like that song, I don't even know if he wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure he had a big part of it. I don't know, but I know that's
dude,
like.
How old was he when he dropped that album? That song, 15,
14 or 15.
Less probably.
No, dude, was it?
He's probably like 13, 14. Some y'all might be right, 14, 15.
I remember. This is how crazy it is. God rest his soul. Brian Fry. He was the one that got me hooked on the Hot Boys.
He got me hooked on Big Timers.
I was the Big Timers because we was hanging out with Stephen Fry, and Brian was his big brother. That's when Stephen Fry and me, Stephen Fry and Brandon Marshall, we all played. I tried to get them to play on the B team for Setchfield, but Brandon was at Strike anyway. But Steven got to play, and I was always at Steven's house. And his white brother come in there like, listen to this. I'm like, what? He had the tape. That's what
tapes. That's how old
that
goes.
I remember sitting on Stephen Fry's front porch. Brandon Marshall was there. Mm-hmm. He might have been there too.
I probably was.
But them boys, they put on some Big Big Timers tape.
Yeah.
Back a big dick down in the jaws. Superstar, all that shit. And I was like, who the fuck is this? And they were like, wait till you hear Lil Wayne, dude.
Big Timers was heavy back in the day, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's one of those.
That number one stunner when that song came out. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like
the beats.
I remember where I was, what I was doing when I first heard the Big Timers.
Yeah,
they were that influential.
That's real.
You remember how big that video was when it was like their second album, the Gator Boots.
That's still fly shit.
That video got played around the clock on MTV, and it was like,
dude, that shit was like number one everywhere you.
It was groundbreaking. Dude. You know what? Will sent it to me. I watched like a few snippets of it before he had sent it to me, but once he sent it to me, I was like, I was about to send this to you. But did you see Scarface just did a Tiny Desk?
I never checked for Scarface.
No,
dude.
Nobody did. But dude, he is so.
I didn't know he played the guitar in the
Everybody's talking about that. Bro.
Yeah, everybody is, man. Like he's so musical, dude, and like he got bangers, bro. It's just like you don't.
I know it's just weird because like I'd be feeling guilty.
Why?
Because I just never checked for Scarface's shit.
Yeah.
And he goes down. It's like there's a lot of people that hold him in such a high regard. And I was
You
like,
know, like who he is like I never realized it until like the other day I was watching that Tiny Desk and listening to his verses and like his content and songs and stuff. Like I bet, like God rest DMX soul, but I bet if you talk to DMX, he would say that was his favorite rapper because he raps a lot like Scarface, like, and about some of the things and like the musicality of DMX's stuff is like, you know, like very I don't want to say sad, but just like thought provoking storytelling.
It's like real and genuine and a whole
very,
vibe.
very like it's
that.
it's so much different than most rappers. Where like we were just talking about big timers, like they're talking about Gator Booze. You know what I'm saying? They were never really talking about like real traumatic and
I can
like.
probably name 3 Scarface songs.
I think you just.
I know Smile.
You could probably name them off the top of your head, but if
My
you
Block.
listen to,
You'll be like, wow.
you'd be like, wow.
My Block and Never Seen a Man Cry Till I Seen a Man Die.
Yeah.
And whenever he was with the Ghetto Boys.
Ghetto Boys.
Well, like a lot of people don't realize that Ashanti song is a remix of a Scarface song. That baby, 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 baby.
What's the Scarface song?
And you don't remember on the remix, Scarface was on the remix of that song?
I do.
He had a verse,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Scarface made that music like that's his song. You know what I'm saying?
good,
and like
Jeff?
it's called Mary, 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 Mary. I don't know if he's talking about. I can't remember. I have to listen to the song again. But yeah, it's his song, and then Ashanti remixed it, made it, used that beat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty. It's the well, that's a Biggie song, but I feel like that was a Scarface song first too. That the one Biggie and Ashanti got together.
More Chance?
Yeah.
One More Chance? That was a Scarface song?
No, I'm just saying. I feel like something of it, like a sample or music. Like I feel like Scarface had something. Yeah.
That can be. Bruh. I'm on the water pie right now.
Let's go, baby. You here?
Time.
You here? Yeah. I'm glad
nah.
because
We should have had a Zoom episode from Oklahoma. Because this shit's
yeah,
overdue.
I would have liked to, man, but I've watched some of the Zoom stuff and I'm just like, man. I haven't even watched it. I've like watched like 3 minutes. I'm like, this is a Zoom episode. Okay, get that out of here, dog. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Just the quality
different.
sound bad. It's just like it ain't. But I'm glad you're here, man. Special guest, boy. People gonna be like, how the hell you get where this man come from? Like,
most
you know,
special of
thing
us,
they
dude.
do.
This is
you're
Forever.
probably like one of my homies that gets asked about so much, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't even tell you, dog. That ain't that. If he wanted to talk to you, he would talk to you.
I mean, I
can't help
do
it,
want to
man.
talk to you, but it's different.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned, I think we weren't recording yet, but you mentioned Alan, and like Alan always, every time I see Alan, or if I like when I went to your wedding or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like he always is like, you know who real, like Alan calls you Bunny, and like
For sure.
I've told people this about me. I'm like, you could tell like how people know me. Or how long they've known me by what they call me.
True
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
True
Like
that.
if you call me Michael, you know me pretty much probably my whole life. You know what I'm saying? If you call me Mike, you met me later as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like people started calling me Mike. You know what I'm saying? And some people call me Mike just they do. Like even people that know me a long time might still say that. But like then H, then Waterboy, then like you know what I'm saying?
Mr.
Like Stretch, like it's like different years. Same with you. Like I've always called you Ant.
Right.
But whenever we meet people that known you since like middle school, they call you Sal.
Yeah.
But I didn't meet you till high school.
Yeah.
So
I call him
But it-
Skizzo.
Yeah. But I think I've told a story about the Sal name. But that's why. But it's funny when people like walk up to me and they call me Sal, even like we're in like a public setting, and they know my name is Anthony. They'll call me Sal, thinking that it's like,
Yeah, for
oh,
sure.
we're closer now because
Yeah.
I call you Sal, and I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, yo, you're like farther away because you call me Sal, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, people think they're like more connected to you because
Yeah.
if they call you Sal, then they're more connected to you.
I remember whenever when I met Will at 8 years old. I think did we do the math on that? I think I'm 8. How old are you in the third grade?
Hold on.
8, 9.
8, 9. I met Will when I was in third grade. First day of third grade. I think he was in the 5th grade. What are you, 2 years older than me?
I was,
You had to be about 4.
because I was, hold on, because we was at Lambs Elementary, and then we moved to Goose Creek. Dang, hold on. I moved to Goose Creek when I had, I think it was the 5th grade, because I had Mr. Hauser and Miss Piper.
Yep.
If I could, and I got in trouble. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Damn.
We've been recording.
Damn, I got in trouble because like my thing was to like, because I moved from Washington D.C. to Goose Creek,
Right.
And it was crazy because coming from DC to Goose Creek, it was just like, dang, I went to Lambs Elementary on the Charleston Air Force Base, and they made me sing what's Miley Cyrus' daddy name?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray. We had to sing a Billy Ray Cyrus song.
Don't break my heart, my achy breaky
Bruh,
heart.
and I was like, Mom, like what's going on?
The
like,
school made you sing it?
Bruh, it was a big old thing.
Hold on, back up. The school made you sing it?
Listen, bruh. It was an event that was going on, and it was like, you know how when you were in elementary school, you sing songs with the people you in school with, and we had to sing a Billy, and I got in trouble there too. Like I mooned them, like it was bad, bro. I'm coming from DC. I was a wild child, bro. I got in trouble, but anyway, make a long story short, moved from Charleston Air Force Base to Goose Creek, and I think it was the 5th grade, cause I remember this girl named Angela Skipper. I was always trying to, you know what I'm saying, like. I don't know. That's when I got into white girls. I was always trying to grab their butts and stuff like that. I got in so much trouble for that, bro. That's a long story.
Angela Skipper.
I don't mean to throw you out there like that. You know what I'm saying? You always been good people. But I just remember that, and I remember, 5th grade, bro. I moved to. It was a crazy. Yeah, it was, because I remember those teachers, Mr. Hauser and Miss Piper. I think I was in the. She 5th grade.
Taught me sex ed. You know what was the weirdest thing? You know, for those who don't know, Miss Piper was like a Medea character. Right? She was a big one. Not like fat. She was a big woman,
black,
like a
woman.
broad black woman with a strong jaw.
Yes.
Dude. She taught us sex ed, dude. And I always remember her for this reason. Because because you was in middle school at the time. So what did you learn sex ed? 4th, 5th grade? I think
it was at the 4th grade.
It had to be 4th grade.
4th or 5th.
They had the dare and all that.
And this was like the first time we ever switched classes, because up until like 4th grade, you stayed in one class all day. So 4th grade was like maybe you had one.
Yeah, it had like a block though.
Yeah, like one or two.
You just went in a little circle.
Yeah. So she taught us sex ed. Sit down first day, and she's like, "All right, this is sex ed. Everybody's turning their permission slip, so I can say whatever I want. You're gonna hear words in here like pussy and dick and balls and this and that. We was." At 4th grade,
everybody
cheesing, tripping, dog. But then she went in to be like, but that's not what they really call it. They're calling it ever. But I will always remember her. We in 4th grade, and this big old bitch stood in front of the class. Like, they call a pussy and a dick and a this and that. I was like, whoa, shit.
She's like, let's get this out the way because y'all gonna be trying to clown this whole class. Like, I got shit to teach.
Half of y'all done heard this word before. Like, let's be real.
Let's get real. Let's get real.
Straight up.
We was riding. But I rode by your old house by the high school, like
on Elmore.
Yeah.
Or
Bubba's
Alabine.
granddad lives the one that was on the corner,
okay,
like
that's
right around the corner. Yeah, on Elmore.
Yep.
We rode by there, and I was like, man, I just, you know what I'm saying? When you ride by a place, we talked about this. Was this the last podcast or the other one where you feel like memories are kind of like at places?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you ride by somewhere, it's like you can kind of. You can almost see it playing, like us standing on that porch, you know what I'm saying? Or like showing up and like Jim Vaughn got like the varsity basketball players, a couple of them boys is stopping through and like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I always loved about Will though, cause Will, like even though we was younger and Will's a little guy, he would walk in that thing like, nah, this is my crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how big you are, cool you are.
It's
confidence.
He was huge, dude. In high school, he was like 6'5", 6'6", big old dude. And Will was like, fuck how tall you are. This doesn't fucking matter to me at my house.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man, it's different. Like, confidence versus identity. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. At that age, we got a lot of confidence, but we figured out who we are. That's the identity part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I figured out I couldn't fight.
Yeah.
I figured out I was like, all right, I'm not good at this activity.
Yeah.
I gotta do something else.
It kind of go both ways because like your sister, like I was always I don't want to say intimidated by her, but you know, like when I first was chilling with Will a lot, like I felt like she ain't really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, fuck this guy.
She don't mess with me either.
You know what I mean?
Let me stop.
But I remember distinctly you was about to fight somebody in high school, and Bro, it was like a pep rally or something.
It was Perry Friend.
Perry Friend, yeah. And you were about to fight him, and like of all the people, you had a bunch of homies there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so did he. I mean, we all at school. Like, in a pep rally, like we was walking back. This pep rally, I think they were building the gym. We did it at the football field. So like the stomp team was out, and then whatever happened, like Will was trying to get after this dude, and like that was the first time Jen Vaughn, like, she came to me and was like, "Yo, Mike, you got to go get Bunny. Like, you can't let the," you know what I'm saying? And I was like, fuck. Because I was like, do your thing, bro. But then when Big Sis was like, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, she actually asked me to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, she, of all these people here, she want me to like stop this. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like that respect for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like validation, I guess. Like, you close enough to him, like he'll listen to you, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, she gets it now. Like, because I know Will been trying to tell her, but that's sis. Yeah. She's probably like, he gonna fuck you over like the rest of these white boys already fucked you over. Like, why you fucking with him so heavy? You know what I'm saying? Like, which is how you gotta be in the same way you would be with her. Like, that dude don't care about you. And she's like, nah, I like him. He's nice. He brought me flowers. He's like, he brought another girl flowers last week. You know what I'm saying?
I remember a time I almost got killed with Will. You were there. We were all there.
Hold on.
Watch this. Watch. You remember? We were at KC Mulligan's.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
I gotta tell the story.
Hold on.
I gotta tell. You'll remember. Watch.
All right.
We was at KC Mulligan's. And Randy was with us.
Well, Randy, you gotta say the one part.
Yeah, I can't say the one part. That's we've been waiting to tell this story. We just needed you here.
Sean was there too, wasn't he?
This story gets heavy. Y'all remember? It's coming back, right? So for the people listening, this is what happened. We're at a bar in North Charleston, right on Rivers Avenue.
Rivers Avenue.
And me and Michael walk outside to smoke. And we're sitting in Michael's truck smoking. And then Will called Michael and was like, yo, we fighting. So we was like jumped up, ran around the corner, bumped into these dudes like, excuse me, and kept it moving, right? Them boys is who we were supposed to be fighting.
Yeah.
Right? We just come around the corner, right? So we go to find what's going on. And Randy, apparently what happened, Randy came out and bucked some dude off because he was yelling at his girlfriend. Right? Mm-hmm. I think he was with him.
Yeah, dude was like being abusive to his woman.
Yeah, like he was like fucking with his girl, and Randy was like, nah, stop that shit, and Randy boxed him off, whatever. So these boys was walking down a parking lot where we just came from with the bouncer in between us cursing each other out, talking all this shit, right?
Right on.
These boys were like, no more room for muscles. These dudes was huge, right? Super racist. These motherfuckers were super racist. Like MAGA before MAGA racist. These boys was super racist, right?
True that.
Screaming all kind of shit. And we was like, yo, trying not to let this happen because it's like, man, this is about to be bad.
Yes.
But Randy and the dude that he was fighting were parked next to each other in the parking lot. But not only were they parked next to each other, Randy backed in, he pulled in, so their doors were like right by each other. So the bouncer's like, get out of here, I'm gonna call the fucking cops, get out of here, I'm gonna call the cops. And we was like, and whatever. But he's the dude that was full of muscles screaming racial shit, dog. Just fucking like at the top of those. I hate black people.
You want me to say the word, or you don't want me to say
it? What did you actually say?
Damn, nigga.
Yeah, I screaming this shit, right? Yeah. So I'm like, we trying to get up out of there, right? So we're like, man, let's ride up out of here.
It's crazy.
When we went to go get in the car, these dudes like took Will and like didn't throw him, but like shoved him into this field where he was by himself. Yeah. There was three of them.
I was trying not to pay it no attention, y'all, because I already know people that was with me. I always try to stop fights. Yeah, look, I didn't, because I already know, like, call me nigga, call me whatever you want to. I'm cool. Just you put your hands on me. If they see it, it's gonna be a problem. I try to get away. But
around him, and when I say no more muscles, no more room for muscles, these boys was stacked, and they surrounded Will, screaming all this shit, and I was like, Will's about to get fucked up. So I run into this shit, dude, and I fucking run in, and I shoved as much as I could. I shoved this big ass dude, like, back the fuck up.
Yeah,
and he like that. I stood next to Will, stood shoulder to shoulder, like, back the fuck up. Here it comes. This motherfucker was about to kill me. Sean Brooks comes out of nowhere, dog.
Yes,
like a monster truck jumps over some shit, pulls up, and Sean Brooks, if y'all don't know, motherfucker bad. And he biracial, but this motherfucker, he don't take to that prejudice shit either. So he jumps up out of the truck like, what's up? And I was like, finally.
Yeah. And they scattered after that. Yeah, but we got lucky because
Michael was right there too. Yeah, all three of us was backed up like,
like he said, they surrounded you. So me and Ant looked at each other and we were like, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? We were like,
how you think I felt?
I was like, I ain't letting this happen,
but
bro.
me and Ant looked at each other and was like, damn, man, like, we about to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But we can't, we ain't about to let the homie get fucked up by himself.
Shit.
And Sean saved the day, dog. Because we all, like, back to back, like, surrounded, like
the three ninjas.
Yeah, dog,
like, about to throw
I wish there was a camera because it would have been, like,
I
circling
came
us,
there
like,
with Sean, so I'm like, yo.
Yeah, we all went together, but
we met up there because after that
there.
we went to Sean's house and talked about it.
Yeah, we all went back
You know
there,
what I mean?
which
But
was stupid anyways. Like, we used to do shit like that all the time, though. You know what I mean?
But
like,
nah, dude, like,
what
dude
the fuck
try
we
to
going to Casey Mulligan's, like,
man, but that was
two wiggers, two black dudes,
nobody has
and
never,
one country motherfucker.
But nobody has never bothered me up there like that. Nobody has ever bothered me. Me and Philly would go like nobody has never really like that was just
all it was is that Randy embarrassed that dude and. He just was.
Well, the dude tried to choke Randy at.
The
dude tried. Yeah. They was right in between their cars fighting.
Yeah. Randy boxed this dude off because
and his friend was the one who came up and grabbed him from behind.
We weren't there.
I was right
trying to cut. And you just want to call yo, we fight.
Because I was right there. Because I'm like, dude, when he put his arm around Randy's neck, I was like, what am I supposed to do? Randy got out of it. Next thing you know, they looked at me and I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, them
go ahead, call me nigga. Y'all drunk. It's all good. Y'all just drunk. And then they followed me around the corner and y'all two was right there. And they thought about it too. They was ready though because they was drunk.
Us, but then Sean jumped that curb like Dukes of Hazzard style.
I mean, we would have lost the fight, but we would have fought.
Yeah, we was
about to ready to fight.
I mean, when I shoved that dude, he didn't move much.
I think they would still been down to fight if Sean would have been walking with us. But the way he entered, you know what I'm saying, like jumped the
out
curb,
of his truck, music blasted,
threw the door open and got out. Like it just was the element of surprise.
Y'all want to fight now? No, they were like another black dude. That's what it was.
And the way Sean got out was just like the energy was just like it's going down.
Yeah,
somebody's about to get hurt, and that motherfucker would hurt you.
Yeah,
that motherfucker would hurt you.
Dog, that's like Will called me one night, one day, and was like, he was in college in Columbia, and was like, yo, he had been telling me, I've been talking to him because he was up in college. He had to stay in a dorm because I guess in your first year you got to stay in a dorm. But I've been talking to him for like weeks leading up to this, and like his roommate was constantly trying to cause problems with him. You know what I'm saying? But then he calls me one day, and I happened to be chilling with Randy, and was like, "Yo, like, come get me," type. You know what I'm saying? Like, or else I'm a murder this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't remember all the details, but he did some foul stuff to Will. No, it was a black college. Yeah, but that's what I was getting at was me and Randy pull up and you could tell like Will like was by himself, so he was standing his ground. But once he had some homies, he was like really standing his ground. You know what I'm saying? So he comes out hype like fuck you, motherfucker. Me and Randy like, dog, get in the fucking car. Like we had an HBCU.
They might hurt you. They gonna kill us. They gonna kill us.
Hell no, they about to take out 400 years of oppression on us, motherfucker.
Hey, y'all pulled up though. Y'all pulled up though.
Hell yeah.
Y'all pulled up. I mean, check this out. I don't know if you remember this, but you, Clint, I think Jeremy and Jamie, when I went to Hand to Hand, and them boys had threw oranges at me.
I remember this. I didn't. Did I come? No, it wasn't me. Was it? Was it me?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was me.
It was. I think it was y'all, Clint.
Yeah.
Clint D.
Yeah.
And Jamie. Jeremy might have been with y'all, but I think all four of y'all like rolled up to my high school because them boys threw oranges at me. Y'all were just like, nah, bro. They came in the middle of the day. They came up there and was just like, yeah, it was. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm very, very like respect and character goes a long way.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I'm very, very blessed to say like I had people that because they respected me and respected who I was and I respected them. Like we were willing to like just look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? I always had people that respected like, hey man, like I'll punch you in the face. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with Will. I mean, goes to the point when you was at a Stratford and Goose Creek game and you got ran up on.
Yeah, I call you.
I mean, hell, I'm not mentioning names, but I mean, we had like a few cars pull up and was just like, hey man, we can't do this. Why y'all? They ran up on Michael when he was by himself. I could see when he was with people, but when he got by himself, they were like, "Oh, we gonna get you." And Michael was just like, "Really? Y'all could have done this when everybody was around." Was deep.
Yeah, everybody was around. We could have had a fair fight, and now
sucker shit.
It was just a Stratford and Goose Creek thing.
Yeah, it was basically that.
I don't want to. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know what I'm saying, but it's just.
I say this, like, growing up with you, like, I think, like, because people, like, especially nowadays, bro, people talk about racism and all that, and people argue to the end of the earth with it.
Racism's still alive. They just be concealing it.
Kanye.
Yeah.
I got clips.
Go for it.
Out of the racism conversation.
You can't duck out of it, man. You ran it too.
Where you going with it? Where you going with it? Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm out. Nah, but what I was gonna say was like you taught a lot of people, like, especially me, like, that we, like, you're the reason that I don't fuck with that racism shit. You get what I'm saying? And like us, like, growing up with you and, like, yo, like, and we had, like, obviously, like, our crew was predominantly white, but we were very diverse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd say 60% white, then the other 40% was, like, Asian mix, black, like, you know what I'm saying? Dominican, all that shit. But, like,
Filipino,
y'all, you taught me, like, cause like me and you going all these places where, like, I'd be uncomfortable, we go one place, you be uncomfortable, we go one place, but knowing that we're together and like I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you, you ain't about to let nothing happen to me, we'd be comfortable, but I think, like, it was a blessing. I think that's what we talked about with we just had Ant's homie Terrell on, and he's gay, he's black. And same shit. Like he was saying, like, y'all need to get you some white friends. You need to get you some Latino friends. Like, you know, like, it ain't like you got to be their best friend, but you need to go chill with it. Like, you need to go figure out what's going on in other cultures and respect that shit. And like, and that, to me, like, that's helped me tremendously through life. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, you're talking like that dude yelling at you and all of us coming, because like you showed me, like, I don't fuck with that racism shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, like,
it's a no-win situation.
Yeah, there's always gonna be there's always gonna be some bad apples. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be like some people that don't like you because of XYZ. You know what I'm saying? But
fucking up the show.
Yeah, this motherfucker. Put him in the bathroom. But yeah, I just think that, like, I've always told people, like, I love my upbringing because, like, for one, like, I owe a lot to my mom because my mom was like,
she didn't care.
She accepted everybody, bro. More people than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she accepted everybody. She ain't never, because some parents be like, oh, you dating a black girl, you know what I'm saying? Or, oh, you dating a white girl. Like, it goes both ways. Like, people that come from black families that are like, yo, like, you fucking with a white girl, you fucking with a white dude. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta keep this shit in the family. Like, you know what I mean?
Race pure.
Yeah, like, it's real shit.
I know, they really live by that shit.
Yeah, a lot of people do. But I'm blessed that, like, my mom, I definitely gotta give her credit because, like, all my friends was diverse as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I had black folks, Mexican, Asian, fucking white, like, rich. I had rich friends, poor friends, like, the whole nine. And she treated everybody like, if your mom wasn't getting you a birthday cake, you know Miss Dina got you. You coming through my crib, you getting a birthday cake. You gonna have an ornament on the tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's Christmas time and you coming through, you gonna have a Christmas present, no matter how big or small. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get a lot of that shit from her. And I've always enjoyed knowing that I had a diverse group of friends because no matter where I go, bro, I'm like a fish. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter where we go. Like, I'm gonna adapt and I'm gonna move. You know what I mean? Like, we had some country ass bumpkin friends. So if I get around some country people, it's like, hey man, what the fuck we doing?
I might not be the most country, but I'm in the conversation.
Exactly.
I know a little bit about it. A little bit.
I mean, we got in a fight because Randy had his tattoo.
Right
on his
chest.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like. why you hanging out with them? I'm like, bro, why that's any of your business, dog? Like, we over here having a good time. Like, man, it's just, I mean, again, it's like, you don't have to, like, try to be best friends, or try to understand it, but you just gotta respect it.
That's
like culture, like,
Dude,
that's how I
what,
feel.
What's weird is, like, respect is a word that gets, like, just, like, almost overused. Like, it's like almost lost its meaning to some people. Like, you just say it so much, but it's like, but it really just comes down to respect.
Yeah.
Just don't be a dick. Come on, don't be a dick to this motherfucker just because whatever. Like we've had this conversation. We got our homeboy Auntie T. What's up? Shout out to Real.
We were just talking about while you were out.
Dude, like, it's like people used to give me shit. We worked with motherfuckers because I would see people work with him and just like be like mean to him, not playful mean.
But straight up.
And I'll be like, yo, what the fuck is that about? Like, because he gay? That's a fucked up reason to hate a motherfucker, dog.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't like he's trying to fuck you.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? He just gay.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Or he just Filipino, or he just black. He just, it's like, what? I don't, man. I guess I just never understood that. It's dude, just don't. Would you like a motherfucker to just talk shit to you because you white?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that
well,
shit
I think
is.
that, like,
Why
a
would you
lot
do
of
that
people, like us, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what we were talking about before you came back, was, like, hanging out with the homies, Nico, Will, Sean, like, having black friends showed us, like, because we've been in situations where, like, we've actually seen racism. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't never been nowhere to actually see that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't rode with their homeboy, got pulled over, got pulled out the car, got thrown on the thing, got your shoes taken off just because a black dude's with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't felt that. So, like, we do respect and understand that, like, it comes back, like, in this day and age, being a white male is like, it's the worst. Everyone fucking hates you. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But I don't front on it because I know I'm not the white male that y'all hate. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hate that guy that called you this. That guy that hates gay people. That guy that hates this or that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so if you're lashing out at me, like, I don't take it. I try not to take it personally.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Because it happens a lot. It happens a lot.
Right
Motherfuckers look at me sideways. I got dreads. I'm rolling up, and my podcast, like, I got 50% black people on here. Like, they think that I'm like trying to, but I just got to go to sleep at night knowing, like, the motherfuckers that know me, no, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I chill with. That's who I talk to. Like, what am I going to learn from talking to you? Like, motherfucker, we both eat the same bland ass macaroni. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both, like,
raisins in the potato salad.
Right, like, we can learn a lot, but I love other cultures and shit, man.
I mean,
you know,
that's just what we got to live with, man. I mean, we're not the only people in this world. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I mean, but on the flip side though, like, when Destiny went around my family. For y'all don't know.
School me on this.
My father, 13 of them. He's the second oldest out of 9 boys.
God.
And he grew up back to Green, the projects, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All my family, they from the back to Green projects, and they live on the Macon. In the Macon, however you want to call it. On the Macon, in the Macon.
Macon, Georgia?
No.
North Charleston.
Yeah.
That's where my family's from, the Macon.
All right, I'm with you. I'm rocking.
The hood, son.
Right, you said projects.
The hoodiest of hoods around here.
I mean, some of my cousins still live in the same projects that my daddy grew up in.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? All right. If anybody know about Back to Green, that's where they're from, in the Macon. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I remember Anthony talking about when I first moved down here. I mean, when I first moved down here, dang, I was 10 years old. Well, my cousin, God bless him, his name is Javon, not Genvon, like my sister. He dead now. He got shot down in North Carolina. But I mean, I was 10 years old, and I was on his front handlebars, and he was like, hey, hold this gun. We're going to the park. It's a park right there in the Macon at the gym and all that, but it was an outside park. I mean, I'm 10 years old, coming straight from Washington, D.C., coming straight from Lambs Elementary, singing Billy Ray Cyrus songs and meeting my cousins, and he was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Got stuff on him, and we rolled. I'm thinking I'm going playing basketball. That's what I love to do. He was like, hey, hold this gun. I'm like, and it wasn't like, hold this gun. It was like, here you go. We going into a part of the town where if something go off, you don't ask questions.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? At 10 years old. And then, you know, cousin went to jail at 14 for shooting the cab driver over there. It was just, I didn't know. My dad grew up like that.
Right.
And he got out, you know what I'm saying? But my uncles, man, like, they really never got out, you know? When I come home, I can ride down in North Charleston and see a couple of my uncles on the street, and I'll give them $20. Here you go, get something to eat.
Yeah.
You know, they just straight
So
street.
you bring Destiny around and ain't with it?
So like that's what I'm getting to. I mean, my uncle told me straight up I had nice shoes on one day. He said, "Boy, I'll take those shoes if I want to." I'm like, "You're my uncle, no?" He was like, "That's how the streets is. Like, always be careful."
Oh, yeah.
Like that's why I am the way I am. People don't understand. People don't know. Like, and I'll be sharing some things with y'all. Y'all may not, but you know what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying, like that's the kind of uncles I had. They were like always schooling me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one of my uncles, God bless him, he did too, died in prison. He was 40 years old for toting drugs in his mouth all his life. He had cancer in his mouth, died in prison. I mean, he came with me in shotguns with one of our friends one day back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy. But when I took Destiny around there, the first thing they told Destiny was, white people don't come around here. Like, looked her dead in her eyes. I was like, the only white people that come around here is the police.
Yeah.
Are you the police? Like, my wife holding the baby, are you the police? She was just like, she looked at me like, I'm like, just say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, but
nah.
that's
Say nah.
that's you know, she was ready to get, I mean, she told my dad straight up, she said, when we come see you this year, we're not coming over there at nighttime. That's what she told my dad. We're not coming, because my dad still live. And he lives on the Macon, on offices. I don't want to give his address, but he lived, like, he grew up with that, you know. And it never scared me, but I've seen a whole lot, and I've done a whole lot.
Yeah. No, I can relate, dude, because like I mean, my wife is white.
For y'all that don't know,
my wife is white, but like when my wife came around my family, that we was talking about my family's, you know, lifestyle earlier. You know, my family all Jane, dude. So when my wife come around, it was like a culture shock to her. She was like the kids smoke weed? Like, yeah, everybody smoke weed.
Kids,
a 10-year-old kid got a gun and a blunt. Like, that's what we do around here, dude. So like, so she come around, she's like, this ain't right, and I'm like, that's all I know, you know. It's like, like we get high and we do our thing, but then like it's weird because like, do you feel the same when you go around like her family, or are they very accepting?
They're going back to the respect thing.
Right.
They respect their daughter, so they I don't want to say they have to respect me, but because it's a choice, you know what I'm saying? They don't allow what they know off of what they see on TV and what they hear on the news and put that on me. But they still think about what they see on the TV and see on the news about my people, but they don't allow it for that relationship to affect how they feel about me.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Because she come from, like, you told me this ain't what we ain't talked about on the pod, obviously, but when I first met her, you were telling me that, like, when you first went to her parents' house and y'all stopped by the gas station and, like, he walks in and, like, this the first time she's, like, ever saw a black person. The person that worked at the gas station.
I asked her. I said, "Hey, how many black people have you seen all day?" She was like, "You the first black people I seen." I was just like, "Whoa!"
Like almost ever. You know what I'm saying? So like,
in a long time, within a couple, within a couple of weeks or whatever, she was just like, "Ain't nobody." But that how I grew. I have to, because I'm like, okay, I gotta know my surroundings.
Yeah.
Probably what you was about to speak on. I don't know, but that's just I don't know. It's weird.
Well, it's weird because like I feel like you and Christina have kind of like a similarity, because like when she goes around my people, they're like, she's all proper and she's a pretty girl. She's a real pretty girl and shit and all this shit. And they're like, who the fuck is this bitch kind of shit? And she's like, I don't understand. Like, why is there why is there so much angst? Like you, like, because I go to her family and they're just like the nicest people in the world, dude. So I don't, and I'm me, you know, and it's weird when you go around somebody who's just like total opposite of you in a good way, and you're like, I don't feel right here. Like something ain't right, you know what I'm saying? But she comes around our side and she feels like she feels out of space because they're like, you're not like us.
Yeah.
So I that's why I'm kind of like making the analogy.
See, like Raven and I is the opposite of that. Like we don't have the opposite. Like we're the ones that are like, what the fuck we doing? But I'm saying like my family is off the fucking chain.
Y'all
and
cut
her
from the
family's
same
off
cloth.
the
Right,
yeah, we cut
right,
from the same
that's
cloth.
weird.
Like
That's weird.
it's just all fucking fucked up. You know what I mean? So like I think that helps us in a way sometimes because like
true that.
Like she understands what whoever in my family is going through, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to explain the shit to her and be like, look, like you would like be like, look, this my uncle, and he like if I tell Raven like, yo, this my cousin, and she's like, all right, my cousin the same fucking way, you know what I'm saying? Like both our cousins.
Is anybody's family normal? Is that a thing? Like
I don't think anybody's normal, but
what is normal, right?
There's families like I learned. I've learned through the years though that like I don't think anybody's like I don't think there is really like a normal, but there are families that are structured. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what I'm trying to build inside of mine. You know what I mean? Like I can't control where I came from.
I'm about to mess it up too because I gotta pee.
Go for it, bro. Go for it.
But what's weird is like
like a structured family dynamic. It creates like all right. So
define structure. Define structured.
All right. For instance, growing up, right, I had two sets of friends. Okay, I had this one set of friends who had like both parents at home. All right. Both parents at home. They went on like vacations and trips and like they sat down at the table like the shit we do now. You know what I'm saying? Like I would call our lives and family lives just us, not your parents and everything that happened before. Just like what you've created, what I've created is structured, and it's not the perfect structure. I've seen better structures. Like we, you know what I'm saying? We were young, had kids, and we had to figure shit out. But structure to me is just like keeping that nuclear family. Like, you know what I mean? Like don't impregnate no girl you don't plan on taking care of that baby or making a family out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're supposed to do. And like I said, like they're in sports. They're in extracurricular activities. Their mom and dad's involved. We're at the games. We're listening to their problems. We're making sure they're not doing the shit we were doing when we were
checking
kids.
Report cards.
Yeah, we're not always the fun parent. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be like everybody wants to be the cool dad and the cool mom, but be the cool like.
It always backfires. Children crave
it does,
structure.
but like I could tell you, like for instance, my uncle, my aunt's husband, but so he's my uncle, but my uncle Murray, right? Dude's
shout out Murray.
Yeah, shout out Murray, but he's nothing like anybody in my family or my wife's family or any. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like this dude has. You know, like his both parents went to school, went to college. He's a stockbroker, like you know what I'm saying, like straight laced guy. He don't drink, he don't, but he's cool as a cucumber. You know what I'm saying? Like his kids, he's fun to be around. Like when the kids are around, like they like he's the guy that's like gonna be involved in the game, or you know what I'm saying, but not too much. Like he's cool. He's just cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm like. That's a cool dad. Right. Like you don't have to be the dad that lets your kids smoke and drink and listen to hardcore rap and and what's crazy is like Murray's not like a strict dude either. Like he's not some dude that's just like you can't do this, you can't do that,
I think Murray just kind of speaks to the definition of just being there, just being around. Yeah, the kids.
Be there, be involved, be present, and like and make kids want to do good. You know what I'm saying?
Kids crave structure.
And they want to do good, and I think like a lot of times we want our kids to be like to have fun and to do this and like, and our society also teaches our kids that like fun is like dressing risque and drinking and deviant. Like that's what's fun. Like the other shit ain't fun, but like if you chill with Murray, like you gonna have good conversation. You gonna play some cool stuff. You gonna have fun, cool. And you gonna be like, oh shit, like we ain't drink, we ain't smoke, we ain't tell each other to fuck off, we didn't roast nobody, like we just chilled. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's other ways to do it, but to speak on the structure thing, I just think that like I've always made it a point to try to be structured with the fact of like I've always said like I want to be a grandparent that's involved. And I think like that's the testament because all of us, a lot of us, it's like our grandparents were heavy in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not everybody, but for me, like my grandparents were heavy in my life. You know what I'm saying? And like I just my kids don't really have that, and I want that for my kids. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to be able to like. Yeah, I mean, like, I want my kids to, I want to be able to come back, when my kids have kids, motherfucker, I don't care.
Oh, like, I'm going to kill it, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to be a granddad.
I'm like, yo, you might be the spoiler, but I'm telling you, I'm going to kill it as a grandfather.
Absolutely.
Dude. Just because... this is a fucked up statement to say in this day and age.
I love kids. Really nothing messed up about dude. Saying what you guys say.
I love kids, dude, but it's hard for a motherfucker to say that. Like, this motherfucker weird. Like, he loves kids. No, you don't understand. Like, I love the childlike wonder. I love kids figuring things out. Like, we were basketball coaches for young children. Like, it was our shit to like show kids how to do this. There was a fucking dance instructor for young kids. Like, I fucks with young kids. They're our future, dude. And like we've been in situations where we've like coached some kids that come from some fucked up shit.
I mean,
and you see a little bit of joy and hope.
That's it.
In their faces when they score a basket in the game.
I still got parents from the past that like I might like I've had kids because like some of the kids we coach now are like in high school playing ball and shit, and like I remember we were playing against a kid and I recognized them, but I've had a lot of instances where like I'll be like, yo man, like remember I used to coach you? Like, not really, because I mean they're 5-6 years old sometimes, 7 years old, whatever. But this one, you know, he just like he had that moment with me. Like he saw me and like I seen him playing and stuff, and I was just like, I was just going like not even address it. I was gonna be like, cool man, like good. But he came up to me, was just like, yo, didn't you used to coach me?
Word up.
I was like, yeah. I did.
That's what it's about, right?
Well, I saw this one kid like recently. I was so happy to see him, man, and I felt bad because I was like, how's your grandfather? He's like, man, he died. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I had this kid on my team. I think you was helping me coach. His name was Steven. And
I do remember
black
him.
boy. He was ambidextrous.
Yeah, he could ball.
Like he was 6-7 years old, bro, and he could do. And like I remember me and Caden, I took Caden out to the rec one day to play ball.
Goose Creek rec.
And the Goose Creek rec, and Steven was
outside
there.
Light skinned Steven. He light skinned.
Yeah, and outside rec, the old one.
All right.
And Steven was there with just by himself or at a birthday party or something, but he was still like that same age, like 8 or whatever. And this dude could throw the football perfect spiral, left hand or right hand. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you know, like I was just like, but his grandfather would bring him to every practice. You know what I'm saying? His mom was like younger, partying all the time and stuff like that. So his grandfather would always bring him to the practices, and like I was like, man, I wish like those are the kids that you're like, not because like, oh, he could have been like the next Michael Vick, but throw the ball both hands. Like he was so talented, like raw talent. I was just like, if somebody would have poured into him, he could probably, and it not, like I'm saying, like it's not that like
you coached him, y'all coached him.
Yeah, we coached him. He was raw. Dude. He would so drop like 20. Like
you think at 7-8 years old, dude, ambidextrous, can dribble both hands, shoot, lay up both hands, dude.
Yeah. That's crazy. Special. And it's like, and to know that like nobody's teaching him that,
right?
Because his dad's not around, mom's not ever around. His granddad's like,
he had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, and I'm sure his granddad worked with him, but I'm just saying like he was just naturally gifted too. But I saw him, and like I said, I was like, yo, man, it's just like, it's good to see you, man. I hope that you doing all right. How's your granddad? He was like, oh, he died. I was like, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That was a good man. Like, and I only know him from the 2 or 3 seasons I coached you, where he brought you to every practice, he came to all your games. Like the only time I ever saw his mom was we were downtown going out one night, and I passed her on the street because she was gay and she was with her girlfriend. And she was just partying, you know what I'm saying? Because she came to like a couple of the games. That's how I knew who she was. But yeah, I passed her on the street one night downtown. It's like the only time I ever really even interacted with her. But his granddad, like, and that's what, because we were talking about being good granddads and shit. Like, that's the type of granddad I want to be, like,
involved.
For real. But we about probably halfway through. But this episode is brought to you Epitome of Epilepsy, man.
Y'all seen the shirt I had on
Seen
before.
the first shirt.
Did a
He on
wardrobe
the,
change real quick.
he on the second shirt. And you want to tell them a little bit about that? I could, but I think it'd be better if you did.
So, you know what I'm saying? Epitome of epilepsy, man. That's my sister. She got stabbed in the eye, you know, when we lived in Washington, D.C. The pencil lead went through her eye. Had to cut the side of her brain open to get the pencil lead out and all that. She was 7 years old. You know, the doctor said that she wouldn't live to be 9 years old. You know, now she about to be 41 January 13th.
Dang,
you know what
dope.
I'm saying? So, just you know, her message, you know what I'm saying, is like, no matter what happens to you, no matter what you go through, no matter who says what, you know, you got to keep pushing, man. You got to keep going. And you just gotta be encouraged and have great people around you to move forward. You know, she was very nervous to start Epitome of Epilepsy because I remember being in school where she would have a seizure and girls would pour milk on her and try to kick her. It was just crazy. People are hateful.
Kids ain't shit, bro.
Yeah, we ain't talking
about you, Steven.
Yeah.
But all the other kids, y'all ain't shit.
Kids ain't shit.
Just in general, like, people are very hateful and spiteful, no matter what, color, race, culture, disability, you know what I'm saying? Some people just suck, you know what I'm saying? But through it all, you know, just to stand on, you know, what you believe in, stand on who you are, that's, you know, win or lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not losing, you're learning. You're either winning or you're learning.
It's either a win or a lesson, dude.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know what I'm
loss
saying?
or a lesson.
So
It's a win or a lesson.
Yeah.
So, you know, my sister, you know,
A blessing or a lesson.
she got her thing going, Epitome of Epilepsy, because she don't want people to feel bad. Like, when you're going through something, like, it sucks and it hurts, but, like, don't feel bad for yourself. Just try to you know, start with first loving yourself. That's what it's all about, to fly. You know what I'm saying? And to, because mental health is real. You know what I'm saying? Depression is real. People go through real stuff. So to do something that's outside of yourself takes a lot of encouragement, but also takes a lot on you as a person, because you're trying to show yourself in the world about something that's not new to you, but explaining it can be new to somebody. But if you're going through something, it's not new, because you feel it every single day. You go through it every single day, no matter if it's addiction to whatever. So my sister, I'm proud of her. That's my road dog. That's my best friend. You know, she got Epitome of Epilepsy going on, because she was tired of feeling sorry for herself and feeling down, feeling depressed. Like, can't do nothing, get fired from this job for having epilepsy, having a seizure. So she was like, you know what? I want to do something not to promote all the suckiness or sorriness or negativity that's going on. Just let's promote me and positivity towards people of all ages, race, generate, whatever. Just be you, man.
She got fired for being epileptic?
Bruh, I could, not on this park, but I could tell you so many situations where they would keep her on the schedule but not schedule her, just so they wouldn't get sued by my mom.
That's cold-blooded. Kids ain't shit. People ain't shit.
You know what I'm saying? So like shout out to her. Like it's just an opportunity, man. Like, use what you're going through as an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? To speak on life. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're going through can probably help somebody. Not probably, will help somebody if you share it.
I think that's kind of like the basis of this podcast. At least it would have started.
Right. I was going to say, I was going to use his what do you think?
Mantra?
Yeah, but I was like, I'll let.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's facts. I mean, I've said this before on the pod, but I tell people all the time because this is something I tell my daughter all the time because like when she's crying, like I tell her like crying doesn't help anything. You know what I mean? Like cry, like get it out. Like I mean, it's for you.
Yeah, it's not gonna solve your problem.
I mean? Like, but it's not like after you're done. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I tell her that all the time. Like, how are we gonna rectify this? How are we gonna like use it as fuel, whatever? But like crying and complaining and pity and despair and like feeling sorry for yourself, like it doesn't get anything done, bro. And like and. This I was thinking about this the other night because I don't want to sound callous, but a lot of people I see, especially on social media, be whining about like the most trivial things. You know what I mean? Like things that and like I sit back sometimes and I'll go, bro, I held my dead son in my hands, right?
Word up.
What are you crying about, bro? Like I'm still moving, I'm still shaking. Like dog, like what are we doing here? Like we're gonna feel sorry. Like I could be a drug addict. I could be all that shit that you're doing because you couldn't pay your rent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like because you didn't do your homework in school.
Yeah, you didn't do your homework at school. You fell,
You
busted your knee. You know what I'm saying? You got your tire blew out, and it's like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm having fun. $300 get a tire, motherfucker. That's just gonna work out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get another tire.
What are you doing to help it?
I can't get another son. Yeah. I can't take the lead out my eye and not be epileptic no more. Like I gotta live with that shit. And you over here crying about some girl broke up with you, motherfucker.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dre?
But not he for the people that's listening.
Fuck whoever.
It's not a disclaimer for what you're going through.
Right.
Because things happen. He's not meaning it like that.
That's why I try to say I don't want to sound callous.
No, because I live on that same shit. You have a young daughter. You know, you have a young daughter. I had a young daughter. She's 13 now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, even when she was in her little moods, cry, you know, kids don't know. I don't know shit about, like, the psychological wiring of children. Right. I know that they can't, what's the word? Manage or like handle their emotions, so they go to cry. Okay. Right? I'm talking about young children, 3, 4, 6 years old, whatever. So when my daughter used to cry, I'd be like, all right, let's cry. You done?
Yeah.
What now? What's next?
Yeah.
What happens now?
Okay.
We can just sit here and cry until it fixes itself. It's not going to.
Word up.
So now, what's next?
Yeah.
And then before you know it, kids are fucking.
They're resilient. They're resilient, man.
They're
resilient,
let them cry. Let them have their standing count.
They're resilient.
All right, cool. Let's get back. Let's go.
Yeah. I think a lot of times, I definitely appreciate you semi clarifying that I'm not trying to say that what people are going through is like
ain't shit.
Because it's
like
real.
I'm not. It's real. Like your rock bottom might be like here, and I done been down here. Like we're not gonna compare.
Right.
Like I'm not trying to compare struggles. Like I hope it didn't come across as that. I'm just saying like, yo. Stop. Like what I hate about it is like, don't try to manipulate people with your struggle. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't try to be like.
At some point, do you think they're seeking pity?
That's what I'm getting
Especially
at. Like,
doing it on social media.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're trying to manipulate people because you're like, if you feel sorry for me, then then you'll call me because it's like. I think like a lot of people don't understand God. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could take it even that deep, it's like God. The reason we have free will is because if I'm manipulating you to if I make it like for instance if I text you I'm like yo you want to go do this, you know what I'm saying? You're like nah I really don't, and then like I text you 6 more times and make you feel guilty because you didn't come or whatever, and then you show up, but it's not because you wanted to come. It's because
to appease you.
It's to appease me. I manipulated and I manipulated you into a reaction to do something. And like, if people would understand that, like that's not real love. That's not like that's what you're getting is a falsehood. And that's what like a lot of people are like, well, why does God let people shoot up a school or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Lord.
They like,
here we go.
Yeah, he ain't letting you, but yeah, he ain't letting you do that. Is what I'm trying to get at. Is like the reason that we have free will or whatever. Like whether you believe in that or this or that, is just like it means more when somebody's doing something because they want to.
Yeah, that's real.
That's what I'm saying. Not because you guilted them into it.
I think manipulation is really the summary word behind that.
Okay.
Because when you're the victim, it's gonna sound fucked up, but like girls, women. If dudes see a girl crying, they immediately want to like fix that problem.
True that.
And like maybe the girl's crying for a legitimate reason. Maybe she really going through some shit, or maybe just maybe she wants you to come fix that it. She can fucking cry, and a dude will come. Because whenever you're a victim, or whenever you're what's the word? I'm victimized. We'll go victimized. Whenever you're victimized and you cry. There's a little bit of power in people wanting to fix the problem to appease you.
Yeah.
So why not just cry to get your way? But you have to catch that early. When we talk about young children, not just girls, young children. Okay. You have to catch that early. We'd be like, yo. Cry all you want, but it's not going to change what's happened or what can happen. I'm not here because you're crying. I'm not here to fix your problem because you're crying. I'm here just to let you know, like, cry. Do all the crying you need to do. Go to your room. You were one of the few parents that I've seen in my lifetime that like would tell your children, go cry in your room, finish it up, and you would go check on them in 5 minutes. Are we done? We good? Come on, let's go. Now we're rolling.
Yeah.
We're past that. That's over.
Yeah.
But children make a mountain out of a molehill.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
your room, you could do all that there because you ain't doing that right here. I don't feel sorry for you.
Because the reality of it is, as a child or as an adult, as an elderly person, as anybody in this world, crying doesn't fix your problem. It might help soothe your emotions.
Okay.
But it's not going to fix your problem. Go fix your problem.
Jesus wept, so I'll keep it like that. But for real, I just wanted to definitely touch on what you're talking about. But if you don't mind, I just want to take a moment to like people that's gonna watch this podcast, like growing up. If I ever like wronged you, or I just want to apologize because I led people down the wrong path. I'm just being straight up, man. I just wanted to, people going to see me, haven't seen me in a long time, going to have feelings, hate, whatever it is. I just want to say, man, if I ever wronged you in any kind of way, I just want to be like, yo, I'm sorry. Charge it to my mind, not my heart. Like, I forgave myself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm able to sit here with Skizzo and Waterboy, because that's where I believe it first starts with. You've got to forgive yourself for the things that you said, the things that you done, how you live. And I forgave myself. That's why I'm able to sit here in this chair, look at the camera, look at Skizzo, look at Water, look at my man, over there, Priest, and say, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Please forgive me. If you don't, that's okay, because I've already forgiven myself. Right. I hope that you do, and I hope that you have moved on and past things that have happened, things that were said, things that's transpired, because I have. I wouldn't be sitting here today. I mean, these brothers know, like, I was wrapped up in a lot of choices and decisions that I made. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the manipulation and you know what I'm saying? Like been a part of all of that crazy lifestyle, up and down. But I really did, forgave myself. That's why I'm able to sit here today with a beautiful life, and it really is good on this side. So like, if you going through anything, man, like, look in the mirror, forgive yourself, get back up again, man, and keep pushing, man. Like, life is so hard as it is, but when you demand more out of yourself, that's when people will respect you to another level.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like,
is the cartel after you?
Nah, the cartel ain't after me.
Who did you do wrong that you like, yo, please don't come kill us?
Nah, it ain't like that. But I think
because the cartel don't give a shit how if you forgive yourself, they come. They coming.
Anthony, shut up, man.
There he is. Nah. He's in Goose Creek.
No, but to your point, you know how many people escape the cartel because they know what's going on. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
On the flip side, no, it's just
hurt?
It's just a real. I hurt myself growing up.
Yeah.
That's why I'm being so
I feel you
transparent, humble, open, and transparent because I hurt myself growing up. I did it to myself growing up.
Don't we all have like those moments where you're just like you did something wrong in the past, and you think about it and you just fucking cringe?
I mean, it's
right.
It's
you just
crazy.
like you're like I'm not that person.
It's
Why
crazy.
did I do that?
But
I would never do
in the
something
moment,
like that,
you know what I'm saying? You go through it, but nah, it's.
Well, that's like before the pod. I was talking to you.
Appreciate you giving me that one.
I love it. I love it, man. Speak your truth, brother, and that's good. Like that's good that you've grown because that's what I was about to say. It's like. You remember before the pod, I was talking about a story, and I was like, I wonder if Will did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I caught a lot of grief a lot of times being your homeboy because you would test people. You know what I'm saying? And like because I think especially the way you were raised to be on guard and you know, like always have your guard up, always be thinking people are trying to hurt you or take advantage of you, and like being with you and having those experiences where it actually happened. And I was like, oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I see why he feels this way. But my point is like, you know, like you would do things, I think, to try to get reactions out of people at times because you wanted to see if they were. And for instance, me, you used to test me all the time, like all the time, bro. We would argue, we would fight. Like he up until probably, I don't know, probably like, I mean, we're getting old now, so it's been years and years. But up until probably like 10 years ago, like. He would just test me. Like he didn't. I knew he loved me and trusted me, but I think he was still waiting for me to be like everyone else to him. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, everyone switches up and folds. You know what I'm saying? And like, I didn't. You know what I mean? And like a lot of times people be like, yo, like. Man, Will, like he do this, he did that, he said this, he said that, and I'm like, bro,
he forgave himself.
Yeah, but he's hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, like, I think, like, a lot of times, because I've been hurt, you know what I'm saying, and that's what I was trying to say earlier, and I probably came across as a dickhead, being like, oh, you fucking can't pay your rent, and I'm held
you
dead,
crying
baby.
over rent?
I held dead, baby. You cry rent. But what I'm saying is like, when you've been through real hurt. Like you can see through the bullshit when you've been, you know what I'm saying? Like I could see like you might be hurting a little bit, homie, but you trying to play this shit up.
And people stay the same because they don't forgive themselves, though, Skizzo.
Right.
That's why people don't.
I know I'm talking shit.
I know, but for the people that's
I'm just talking shit, right? I get it.
But for the people, but that's just.
Yeah, a lot of people project is the word. They project their insecurities, their when they haven't forgiven themselves for things that they did in the past. Like they project that shit on the other people, man, and manipulate other people. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I see. That's all I like. Y'all know who my dad is?
Madam.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that's what I meant when I was saying it was like people would ask me like, why would you put up with this or that? And I'm like, bro, like that like you like I understand where people come from, and you gotta meet people where they at. You know what I'm saying? And Will met me where the fuck I was at. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of times where he was trying to do the right fucking thing. And like, but I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, like, because I wasn't raised that way. Like, I was raised to do whatever the hell I wanted to do at all times. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I turned out okay. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a good way to go, though.
I mean, it can be, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna put nobody on blast, but
really
you know what I'm saying? Like my blood, I have blood that it didn't work
all
for.
of us can say that.
I just live by, I know y'all hear me say kids ain't shit, but I swear to God, dude, I live by a mantra in this world. People ain't shit.
Yeah.
Just, the sooner you can accept that, the better off you'll be, dude. People ain't shit, so don't expect the best.
That's what I meant by structure, because
like
your
mom,
your
that's
mom.
What I'm saying. Like, just look, it's fine. They ain't shit. I ain't shit.
Right, I don't believe I'm better. Right. Okay.
I ain't shit. I know I ain't shit.
Well, you and your sister are lucky y'all had your mom, because like she's blessed that you definitely had your moments. You know what I'm saying, and went the wrong way, but you know, like I can't speak for your mom, but I know that like if she was here right now, she's proud of both of her kids, and y'all turned out okay. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like not everyone can say that, and that's what I meant earlier when we were talking about structured and shit. Is like I want to raise two successful kids that I don't have to worry about. I worry about because I want to. Hey, what you need? You want me to pick up dinner? We stopping by. Me and your mom gonna stop by, and or y'all come by. We got dinner. Come to Christmas. Like that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not completely in your control, but it is. Like you know what I'm saying? At the same time, it is. You know what I mean? Like your mom, like I know her as somebody that's like I mean, it's where you get it from. She gonna speak the truth. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, she ain't mom cursed me out one day, dude.
She will. Dude, if she's
gonna whip my ass one day, dude.
Yeah.
Whip my ass, dude. I forget me and Will. Dude, you don't remember this, but me and Will got into it over some shit, dude. And Will went back. You know, we talked our shit, maybe threw a couple blows, and then he went home, and she wasn't having that. She was like, "No, fuck that. Where that motherfucker at?" Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in my house. And then Will outside my house screaming, yo! I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I go outside, and there she is, dude. I walked outside, because I lived right across from the park.
Yep.
In Greenview, right?
Yep.
So as soon as you came across my driveway, there was a little bridge, a footbridge to walk to the park. Yep. She met me on that bridge and was like, you some kind of asshole. You ain't gonna just talk to my son that way. I was like, yo, we done. Like, that's done. We passed that. That's 5 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? She's like, hey, let you know, motherfucker, you ever do that shit? I was like, whoa.
Yeah. My mom don't really.
Mama don't play that.
You gotta piss her off
she was hot, dude.
To get that.
She one of them people that's like quiet and like when she speaks, you just listen because she's quiet. She don't say a lot. So when she does speak. Yeah, when she does speak, she's like, she's a very sweet woman. I'm not trying to make your mama be a bad person. Your mama is a very, very sweet woman. But that day, she was just one of those. It's one of those situations. Okay. Don't fuck with my kids.
Let me bring it to context for the people that's watching. Just like these boys talking about, they love their kids, they do anything for their kids. That's all it's about. That's all it's about, y'all. That's all it's about. You would do anything. And no matter what. I mean, I put my mom through some
hell.
Haven't we all?
Yeah. But hey, mama did let us ride to the games, listening to the Jay-Z Blueprint album all the time. So shout out mama, because she knew good music. You know what I'm saying? Most mamas be like, man,
pick up Michael, go to the
that ain't music.
Hold on, you talking with your mama? Let me drive the Eclipse to the skating rink.
Yeah, all the time. We used to ride, son.
Only with her.
But hey, man. This is my brother, man. I'm so thankful to have him here tonight, man. I'm
so glad you showed up.
We love you, dog. We love you, man. You definitely top notch guest. That I'm so thankful you came through, bro. We gonna have you back. Like, well, I ain't gonna put your business out there, but anytime he in town, he's coming on the Water Pod, man. And like I said, this episode is sponsored by Epitome of Epilepsy, so y'all go check that out, man. She's really trying to bring awareness to something that she suffered with, but she's not a sufferer anymore. You know what I'm saying? She's conquering that thing. So I'll tag her in these, and I'll put the logo on the front. Like I said, we're gonna have him back on as much as we can. That's my brother. I know, like he said, people gonna see this and be like, what? Lil on there, you know, like it's funny. I have people hit me up and they're like, how'd you, like, even you was like, yo, how'd you get Jews on there? How'd you get this person? That person is like, because like I'm a humble dude, but I'll tell you, yo, like I stay in touch with people. I check up on people. I love people. Really love people. Like, I don't do nobody wrong. And like, if you truly need something, like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but if you trying to manipulate me, bro, I see a shit from my way. But I just think people are like, why this person, that person, like, how's he keep? Because, man, like, that's how we are, man. We come up this way, man. Like, we just show each other love, man. We there for each other. So shout out, if you don't know, Lil Bunny in the fucking building, man. Mag One, the one and only William Wheelchair, the William Cherry, William Bernard Cherry the third, to be specific. My dog. Damn. Schizo on this thing. Cousin Sal. I'm Waterboy.
Hey, y'all have
Foolish behind the cam.
Sir.
Shout out.
Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, y'all have a Merry Christmas.